Welcome back to Bees Aquatics. Today I'm going to be talking about the easiest beginner fish to take care of and just beginner fish in general and what you should get for your first time getting an aquarium. Before we start, I would like to tell you that I got sand for the axolotl tank. He seems to enjoy it a lot more. He's more active and everything. He digs his claws into it sometimes, and it's just probably a whole lot more comfortable and easier to grip on than glass. But it does obviously show what he's done and stuff, and it's harder to clean up since it gets in the sand. So I'm going to have to probably vacuum that out with a gravel vacuum, but the sand looks 100 times better than it did before. And I put also a light dimmer on this tank, just so you can have a little bit of light so you can see him, but it's still dark enough for him so he can go around. As you can see, the lights are like barely on through there, and the dimmer's on pretty low. But yeah, it's a really cool tank. He has a lot of personality. So obviously first I'm going to start with the betta fish, just because they are so easy to take care of. You don't need a filter, but it's always nice to have one because it keeps the tank cleaner. But bettas are just so not much care. You pretty much you need about 2 to 3 gallon tank. You just got to feed them. They go along with a lot of fish except their own species, but you can have a male and a female together. But they're just so easy to take care of, and they're very colorful, and it comes in many varieties and colors, and they're a perfect beginner fish for anybody. Next, I would probably say angelfish, because not a small angelfish like this guy, because they're not going to be as hardy as a big one. So like a decent sized one like that size or this size will be perfect because they can probably withstand a lot. You just need a big enough tank for them, so a 29 gallon tank. And they're, again, super easy to maintain. Pretty much all my fish are. But if you buy a smaller one, which aren't as hardy and are a little harder to take care of, they will grow fast, especially if you feed them, like this one. I got him at the size of just his body, and that's how much his fins were, and now he's way bigger than that. They're really also cool fish, come in lots of colors, like they got the koi betta, forgot what that one's called, but it's got stripes that will go away based on his stress level, I'm pretty sure, or mood. And yeah, they're really beautiful with the fins, and there's also ones that have fins that go way back, which are also really cool. And also I'm going to put the glowfish tetras, just because that they are a really hardy fish. They school, and they also come in many colors in the rainbow, because they are glowfish. But they can be pretty active. They get pretty big, as you can see this one here. It's a long fin, and they also have short fin. Glowfish do have bettas and a lot of other stuff now. But the tetras I know are pretty hardy and a really good choice if you want to first start an aquarium. Also, a dwarf gourami or a gourami in general, I'd recommend a dwarf one because they come in a lot more colors and stuff. That's I don't know, I'm guessing a flame dwarf gourami. But they're just, again, like bettas, they have an organ that allows them to get air from the surface. So again, they don't need a filter, but recommended and really easy to keep. I don't know if I'd call an axolotl a beginner one, but a little bit more of an intermediate, just because does need a decent sized tank. But then again, still just filter, all that basic stuff. But it is a little bit more like you need to feed them live stuff that could be harder to get depending on where you live. But still a very easy thing to take care of. Pretty much all of my fish are really easy to take care of because pretty much all tropical, this isn't a tropical one, but pretty much all tropical fish, freshwater fish are really easy to take care of. Now for cleanup crew and bottom feeders, clams, don't gotta feed them, they just do their thing. You need a filter and all that probably, and a heater, but they're really easy, probably don't gotta do anything for them pretty much if you have a filter and a heater. As long as you give them stuff to clean up the water, they would take away green water really fast and just keep your tank clean. And they are like a really cool aesthetic to the tank, like a decoration almost. Next, probably Corridoras, just because they're another easy one, way easier than a Pleco. They're more active, I would say. Probably not as much colors that'd come in, but still, like, a Pleco needs a big tank, and they can be kind of hard to take care of sometimes. So I'd recommend those guys 100% over them. And snails are a really good bottom feeder. I don't feed my snails like any special food. I just let them pick up the remains of the food. But they're all really good. They're cool to watch. This one I got, he was really small, probably not even half that size. You could pretty much see through his shell, and it was all cracked up when I got him. And next time I saw him, I had him for a few weeks like that. But then one day when I just looked at him, he was this big and just really got a lot bigger and more active. But that's because I never used to look at this tank too much because it was all super dirty. And that's probably also how it grew so much because he cleaned up all the algae. So, yeah, snails are a good one. There's multiple different kinds, and they're fun to watch. And then the last one would just probably be shrimp, which I can't find any of mine right now because there's only about 1 or 2 in here left. But they can die off pretty quickly. Ghost shrimp especially, just because most of the time you'll use them as feeder shrimp. And I'll sometimes do that to my angelfish. I'll give them shrimp. But they are really cool to watch again, and they clean your tank, and they're just fun to watch, to eat, and crawl all over the place. So thanks for watching. That was the video for today. Comment more video ideas below. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.